Get your free copy of the complete tutorial at www.teachucomp.com/free.
It's important to remember that you can install and use WordPress in different ways. This course examines installing and using WordPress in a self-hosted environment, as discussed in the previous lesson. But you can also install and run WordPress on a local computer or server for development or training purposes, so that you can use the software without actually having to post any live pages on the web. You can install WordPress on your Windows or Mac machine using Bitnami, an open source project that provides installers and software applications. The most common way to host a WordPress site on the web is via self-hosting, either through a dedicated or shared server. This means that your WordPress software and site will be installed and run from a web server that a company provides, or even one that you run and host yourself if you're so inclined. Depending on your needs, you can host on a dedicated server, where your site is the only one accessing the server and its resources, or on a shared server, where you share space on the machine with other individuals or companies. There are countless companies that offer web hosting solutions, so be sure to do your homework and find the one that is right for you. In order to host your site, you will need a domain name, such as www.yoursitename.com. If you don't have one already, you can secure your domain name at sites like GoDaddy.com or Dotster.com. The procedure for setting up your domain on a server varies as greatly as the companies that offer the service. If you need assistance, contact your domain name provider and web hosting provider for assistance. You will need a few other things when setting up WordPress for the first time. You'll need the WordPress software itself to upload and install to your new server space. You'll also need an FTP client application, such as FileZilla, in order to transfer WordPress from your computer to your host. FTP stands for File Transfer Protocol and is used to transfer files from one machine to another. You'll also need a text editor such as Notepad in order to edit some of the files in WordPress. The procedure to upload and install WordPress on your server will vary from one hosting provider to another. For this reason, we will cover only general procedures and policies for installation. For assistance in installing WordPress on your particular server, please consult your web hosting provider. A WordPress site consists of two major elements: the database that serves the content and the files that make up WordPress. You'll need to be familiar with your web host's administration panel to create the needed MySQL database. SQL stands for Structured Query Language and is a programming language used to manage databases. Many providers offer a database wizard and MySQL management to assist you. Once you have created your MySQL database, you'll need to upload the WordPress software to your web host. Before starting this process, it's a good idea to check with your web host provider. Many offer WordPress already uploaded to your server space, allowing you to skip the step of uploading it yourself. You can download WordPress from www.wordpress.org. Open the zipped folder that you have downloaded, and you will see a single folder called WordPress, which contains all the files you will need. This is the file that you upload to your web host using FTP. When you connect to your site, you will see different folders and files. In general, you will upload the WordPress folder and its contents to the public HTML folder, although you can certainly install it into a different subfolder if you choose. Once you've successfully uploaded WordPress to your hosting account, you need to set up the configuration file WordPress needs in order to communicate with the database you created. You can click the Create a Configuration File button to complete the wizard and connect the database. When you successfully complete this step, you will then see a page that tells you that you made it through that part of the installation and that you can now run the WordPress install. When you click the Run the Install button, you will begin what is known as the WordPress famous 5-minute install. This is where you set up all the information about your WordPress installation. In this install wizard, you'll give your site a name, set up a username and password for yourself, and provide your email address. When choosing a username, you should choose something other than admin, as this is the default username, and therefore the first login a hacker will try to break into your site. So create a username that is unique and secure. Once you've completed the 5-minute install wizard, you can then click the Install WordPress button to begin the installation routine. When completed, you will be presented with the login screen where you can enter your username and password to launch the WordPress software and begin creating the content of your WordPress site.
Like what you see? Pick up your free copy of the complete tutorial at www.teachucomp.com/free.